for everybody in here. So thank you guys for coming in to the live finale of Wild Arms, and apologies on the slight technical difficulties, but I'll go ahead and get everything started. In the last episode, if you were watching on the YouTube channel, I am basically up here in Malduke trying to finish up the game. I've got everybody healed up and everybody equipped with all the best stuff. So I guess without further ado, we can go ahead and walk in here and get started. Of course, this is the central control room that I went into a few episodes ago and showed that you could just go right back out of it, but we're not going to leave now. We are going to go ahead and stay in here and get this thing kicked off. Hey KPA, how's it going? Good to see you. I'm glad you can make it into the Twitch finale here. For those of you who have been watching some of the videos, you've probably seen KPA's comments because he has, well, he's commented on pretty much every video and has taught me a few things I didn't know about the game, and I've played through it a few times, so I appreciate all the help. It's good to see you here. Glad you could make it. And now we talk to Siegfried. You're late. Or should I say, too late. Look at the little planet down there. That is your Filgaia. Watch as it shatters into oblivion. No, you can't do that. Malduke isn't your ordinary colony. It has ground assault capabilities. Which kind of makes me wonder why the demons just didn't fly up there in the first place, but meh, I can't question JRPG logic, I guess. 1,000-year-old human city in the sky. Now it's mine to do as I choose. Burn. Burn to the ground. Pure power does not discriminate. All power is destined to destroy. Filgaia is our home. We won't allow this. So, we get the first of the boss fights to end this game. Another battle against Siegfried. And by the way, hey Potato, good to see you. Sorry I didn't acknowledge you a little bit earlier, but, yeah, hi. Well, I assume we're in space. I mean, you can't really tell as far as exactly all the surroundings and such. I would guess it would be a transparent sphere, though, since it's projecting out. I don't know, it's hard to say. Oh, question the logic. Well, hey, there's plenty of places where you can question the logic in Wild Arms, but that still makes it a good game anyway. Okay, now, I do have Jack equipped with the Sheriff Star. Oh, bah. Oh, Potato, no, don't start talking like that. Of course, everybody likes acknowledgement. I just was sitting there rambling and going on and on. But I have Jack equipped with the Sheriff Star, so it makes him not invulnerable, but throughout the battle, you'll probably see how it comes in handy for him. And another thing I will mention, I spent most of my money upgrading the majority of the arms for basically just the heck of it, really. I'm still going to stick to the Phaser and Arch Smash by and large. Okay, yeah, the Sealed Library, I really should have done an in-slate as far as reading all those books. I probably would have supplied information that folks would have really liked to see, but shame on me, I was just in the beginnings of that playthrough, and I really should have done that, so darn it, there's a regret, I guess. I'm going to start by slowing Siegfried down. The rocket launcher, okay. Yeah, I'll use that a little bit later. It pretty much is exactly what it looks like, and how dare you buff yourself, Siegfried? Enemies in this game aren't supposed to be that smart. Oh, I can counter that with a D-Protect easily enough, but still. Alrighty, well, since it's been requested, let's go ahead and toss off the rocket launcher, although it's not going to be as strong as the Phaser, I'm afraid. Let's see, I will actually go ahead and share the wealth a little bit as far as the fast draws, too. And then try to start deprotecting Siegfried since he had the temerity to protect himself. Shame on you. Well, okay, I guess with the rocket launcher and such. There we go. I didn't read them either. Huh, okay. Oh, wow, alright, he's just buffing the crap out of himself. Throw goat dolls at him. Well, Potato, I'm afraid I actually sold all my goat dolls. I don't really need them anymore, so I decided I was going to use the money to do other stuff like upgrade my arms, so no goat dolls for me, I'm afraid. Alright, you. Let's see, I will use a couple of the attacks that I haven't used before. I'll be curious to see how well Slash Rave does since Jack's luck is permanently boosted to best. And see if this dang D-Protect actually will start taking effect. Come on, Cecilia, pull your weight here. And it didn't do that well. It does kind of irritate me how utterly luck-based. Good lord, that's all the guy's gonna do. Okay, well, that works. I might want to... I don't think I can actually cast a Reflect spell on him, though. Though, that having been said, it doesn't look like the Protects are really doing that much good. Oh well, whatever, that's fine. If you don't want to attack me, you want to be a wuss about it, go right ahead. Those were collectible. Well, maybe they're collectible, but if they're just on sale at a random store that granted you have to get a secret pass to go into the bookstore of the item shop in Adelheid to find, then, well, it just kind of loses its luster, I guess. And Zeke throws a spear at me. Okay. Alright, well, you'll actually get to see Jack recovering some hit points via the Sheriff's Star this time. And let's see. Alright, Fury Arch Smash should, even with him protected, should get 4 9s there. Alrighty. Now, let's keep deprotecting you some more because I feel no need to heal, especially when the Sheriff's Star acts as basically this super accessory, because you notice the hit point recovery. Negative Rainbow, I think, is one of his better attacks. Yeah, that actually kind of hurt. But you noticed Jack's HP recovery. You noticed basically the Sheriff's Star acts like a force unit, except a better one, because he hit Condition Green prior to Rudy doing it, and Rudy actually has the force unit. And there goes Siegfried. I cannot fall yet. I have to stay myself. I cannot control... It's too early for this. I will not give up my body. Ah! And we get 16,666 experience, which, as we've seen before, creepy number. Destruction will not bring our future, Siegfried. You lose. Lose? Fool! You haven't got a clue. Destruction is just the beginning. Is that right, Siegfried? The power of absolute darkness. The eternal nothingness will devour Filgaia with teeth of fire. You cannot avoid death. Watch as your planet's last flame of life goes out. And then Siegfried pulls basically the trump card. Well, their trump card. We have a trump card too. And, well, using Malduk scatters darkness around the planet. Stop! Please, stop it now! What do you want with a world where nothing exists? What benefit is there in suffering like this? And that looks really weird in the text box. He's unleashing the Heartless. Yeah, that's one way to put it, sure. Cry out! Repent! The Donald Trump. There you go, Potato. Your defeat gives me such a warm feeling inside. It feels so good. Now, the pure extinction of life begins. This is your final lesson, humans. All will come to a sudden halt, like a machine being turned off. There's nothing beyond the end of life. And, well, the truth is revealed as we see Mother again, with a giant caterpillar trailing behind her. It can't be. This force is the same as Mother. I am Motherfried. I have become one with my beloved child. I have returned, reborn of my own flesh. Siegfried is becoming engulfed like a baby being cradled by a mother. Yeah, I think the whole Motherfried was a pretty good hint to that, but okay. Wow, this is getting out of hand. Yeah, no kidding, to say the least. That thing grew up inside of Siegfried and basically consumed him to become the thing that we're fighting now. I am the ultimate beauty, the rejoining of a mother and her child. Satisfy me with your last dance of agony. And we get unique music for this one, which is nice. And we have Motherfried, who looks, well, ugh, is the only word for it, really. And where, might you ask, is Siegfried? He is actually right inside Mama's belly, in that red gem that you see there. Yeah, Siegfried's parked inside that spot. What Siegfried's plan was before the whole mother fusing with him thing. Yeah, I imagine with the Darkness Tear and Cotton Gel, I would assume, and this is just me speculating, I would assume that Siegfried had planned on using Malduk not so much to destroy the planet, but as, in essence, a control instrument, I guess. It was sort of like Kefka's Ray of Judgment in Final Fantasy VI. If you got out of hand, Siegfried would just use Malduk to zap you. And then once that happens, then, in essence, it's world domination for him. But then when Mother consumed him, it became world disaster or destruction. And yeah, just in case you didn't figure out that Mother had nom to Siegfried earlier, yeah, there you got it. Okay, this battle, I'm going to change the equipment around a little bit because just as you saw in the last battle with Mother, she likes to use status effect issues a lot. So I'm putting full Libra on Rudy and Cecilia. Jack does not need it because the Sheriff Star beats pretty much everything and takes care of everything. But for the rest of it, I'll go ahead and point our weapons at her and just try to take her out. Same policy as before, in essence. I'm going to begin by debuffing her because I think Mother is faster than Siegfried was, although I'm not quite sure. And as far as JRPGs on the PS1 getting weird, I imagine that JRPGs still get weird. I mean, if you want, I guess, proof, just look at, well, virtually any Persona game. Seyfarth's Galaxy, so she launches an entire galaxy at me and gives us weird status or weird music, which will eventually fade out. I can't help it, it's a game thing. Let's see. Alright, well, since Mother so graciously charged Jack up, I'll just go ahead and use Trump Card, I guess. Then, let's see. Deprotect, I think, will be good with her. And I suppose as far as Mary, yeah, I mean, that would make some sense, I guess. Given that, you know, Siegfried was supposed to be the beloved son, who she is literally, I guess, cradling in her arms, although it's hard to tell, kinda. Oh yeah, you can sort of see it. So yeah, I mean, that illusion could actually make some sense, and you notice just from the attacks that she's doing, Motherfried actually hurts. Unlike some of the other bosses that we fought that were basically nothing, she's actually doing some damage, so it's time for me to start healing people, I guess. Although, I don't know why I just used Magnum Fang, silly me. That's what I get for talking too much. Now, fortunately, I mean, the fact... Oh, Fatima's Miracle, I think this is the big status effecty one. Dispelled magic effect. I didn't have any magic effects on me, so that didn't dispel anything. Thank you, though. Free turns are always nice. Or mostly free turns, I guess. Alright, double attack since the whole force unit thing is working to extremely good effect. This may very well actually take her out, so I don't know, we'll see. Especially since Jack acts first, then we may find out in just a few seconds. The only thing about Trump Card is that it is so expensive, magically speaking. And yep, there goes Motherfried. Even if my flesh is destroyed, I will always have a home at the end of time. Filgaia will not be able to escape the darkness that is upon it. Nothing can stop the end from arriving. And she goes into freaky death throes. Almost looks like she just sneezed her way out. I don't know. Anyway, there goes Motherfried. Not all that. Oh, now she feels. Now there's the death throes. And then she absorbs all of the planets? Huh. Yeah, it was pretty quick, but fear not, we're not done yet. KPA knows what I'm talking about. All that we've accomplished was for nothing? It's all coming to an end? Nope, not yet. I don't think so. I feel the power. I'm not gonna let this happen. No way. We must do something about this. I can see so clearly now. The rain is gone? I can feel the life energy from the teardrop. The teardrop is responding to the power of protection. The power of the Guardians. And apparently the power of the former planet Pluto, as you mentioned, Potato. And yes, the all is not yet lost moment, I guess, if you want to put it that way. We fight because we have something worth protecting. That's why we believe in miracles. Deus Ex Machina. Well, yeah, in a way. It gets worse in some other Wild Arms, though. And so, the Guardians, who are thought to be basically gone, although we've been collecting them all this time, have finally made a grand reappearance, I guess. The bright light of the teardrop. Did the spirit of 1,000 years past come back to life? Their voice is in my heart again. Has the power of the Guardians been restored? Do we have to ask the question 5 more times before we get an answer? The teardrop is glowing just as it did in the days when Filgaia was still a rich and fertile land. The power to behold. Oh, the power. All of the Guardians have gathered together onto this shaman child. We shall rid this planet of darkness once and for all. Teardrop, give us the power once more. Yes, it's all the goat dolls, Potato. They're all gathering together in the middle of space to destroy the darkness that has gone over the world. So, I guess there is your true hero of this adventure, not those 3 guys that fought off all the demons. The darkness is faded. This is the power of the Guardians in the teardrop. This is the absolute power. I thought the absolute power was protection in Jack's heart, but oh well. We are the protectors of Filgaia and the teardrop. Behold, you humans have experienced the wounds of our land and the hearts of its people. Somehow, you have found your faith again and you have created a better future for Filgaia and yourselves. It will take time, but as long as people care enough for the planet, the flow of decay can be reversed. Purity of the heart makes the impossible possible. You humans are the real guardians of Filgaia. You hold the key to Filgaia's future. And that would be where all the preachiness is coming in, basically. Humans are the guardians of Filgaia? Not all humans have the light in their heart. But we sense it will not be too long before everyone does. Well, that's good to know. It would take a miracle indeed to accomplish that. Well, go Skeptic Jack. This isn't the end, but a new beginning. Rudy, Jack, let's get back to Filgaia. Alrighty, so we get new music to welcome us home. I I guess. And, well, go ahead and refill everything, I suppose. Doesn't hurt anyway. So gallivant back down through here. And the new music goes away. Oh, no it doesn't. Okay, sweet. For some reason I thought when it loaded the new scene it did. Huh, oh well. Back to the dimensional elevator that we've taken before. And hit the switch. But did you really think 2 easy boss battles was going to be the end of Wild Arms? Nah. Don't think you're getting off that easy. We're not done yet. That voice, is that Siegfried? Didn't he get eaten by Mother and absorbed within her? I ditched Mother and returned from hell. Dang, that makes 2 of them. I mean, because Boomerang came straight up from hell and fused with the Guardian Blade. So I guess Zeke came up from hell and fused with the Gloomzomber. I am Zeke Tuvai, the Revenge Blade. In this artificial place between the land and the sky, your destiny will end here. You can die by my blade, or be crushed between the dimensions. The choice is yours. And remember, kids, what have we learned about fighting between dimensions? It can blow up and destroy you all. So, great, Zeke has given us the eternal dilemma here. Hell's been having some security issues. Yeah, no kidding. I mean, people are just slipping out of there like nobody's business. And as far as Siegfried fighting Mother's influence, it's hard to say, really, because once Mother absorbs him, or basically eats him up after the destruction of the gate generator, you see his behavior turning more Mother-ish, I guess. But at the same time, though, even at Malduk, you can see that he does at least have some modicum of control. So it's hard to say exactly what the whole process is. I would speculate, and again, just me speculating, that Siegfried was at least had a pretty good modicum of control up until the point that we defeat him at Malduk. I think once we defeat him there, he weakens so badly that Mother's essence, in essence, oh, go me, is able to consume him. Alright, so Zeke is not really going to go into much for status effects, I don't think, so I'm going to go ahead and get the original equipment on my characters and boost Cecilia back to the magical genius that she truly is, and then just basically smash this guy to bits, because that's really all we're going to be doing in this battle, is utterly wrecking his face, which is fun. I enjoy this just because this is, by the way, the final battle, so in essence, just go for broke. His in essence. Yes, I do tend to use that phrase a lot, my bad. It's among the vocal dependencies I have when I'm talking. Oh great, I say, oh, he doesn't use status effects, and the first thing he does to me is go with confuse. And it misses. Well, that's good at least. But yeah, okay, I'm eating my words, including in essence, because I say it too much. Alright, let's see. Go ahead and deprotect him as normal, and then probably start Hulk smashing the characters. Zeke having crazy teeth. Huh, okay, I'll have to look at that. Well, it's kind of masking his teeth. Thanks a lot, Cecilia. Would have been nice if deprotect would have worked, but oh well. Well, dang, okay, all he's doing is the status effects. I might need to stick the full Libras back on now that it's slightly too late. Oh, well. Yeah, I guess I can take a turn away to... Let's see, is it going to let me change Cecilia's stuff? Yeah, alright. Well, it's not going to help her now, but at the very same, go ahead and at least have it on her. And then go ahead and heal Blade, just to get Cecilia out of confused range. There we go, that's better. Oh, Okay, I'll have to try that in a second then. Wow, the power of the Sheriff Star, folks. His strongest attack, or one of his strongest attacks, did nothing and healed Jack, which is definitely nice. So, yeah, I'll keep up the trump card with him. Alright, deprotect, there we go. Let's see. Well, not yet. Alright, well, okay, close up. Come on, get us our close up. Well, I couldn't catch the teeth, but... even your fatal blows don't work. Band-Aid laser. Well, yeah, for Jack. It wouldn't do the same for the other characters. It hurt them pretty decently. But since he's got the Sheriff Star equipped, basically he absorbs just about everything. Which is... well, it's intended to be overpowered because you have to beat the hardest/cheapest boss in the game to get it. So, I figure it's worth it, really. Let's see... well, you know what? I'm just going to toss some magic attacks at him now just to see if they do any good. I don't know that we'll really need it, but at any rate, we'll see, I guess. Oh, well, we didn't need it, okay. Look, I've given you so much damage in this unstable artificial space. As I said before, battle in artificial space is very risky. Our previous battle was nothing compared to this. We will all be blown away. Ha 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 ha! No one can beat me! Well, we just did. So, yeah. Someone who is destined to rule cannot lose. Except you've lost, let's see... you lost in the gate generator, you lost here, you lost in Malduke, all your cronies lost in the photosphere, and the pirate ship, and the Volcanon trap, and Adelheid, and Codingel. Okay, yeah, that's enough, I think. And he breaks up, and everything starts kind of going nuts, because for once, Siegfried was actually right. And we might be in a little bit of trouble now. So we get the Latin chant music again. But it nicely transports us outside of Codingel. The stress of the previous battle is taking its toll. This text is automatically scrolling, so I don't know if I'll be able to read it fast enough. But the Earth Golem steps up, and because it's keyed into the princess, in essence it's automatically working to protect us with the anti-phasing shield. Which, as it turns out, well... is pretty freaking powerful. Now that's a defensive mechanism. And you see the Earth Golem chooses to do this of his own free will as a way of protection, as a way of saving humanity. And yeah, I really wish that the text was slower, but they synced it to the music that was playing, so unfortunately that meant it had to get really, really fast. And the Earth Golem falls asleep. In essence, it's done its job. You sure did well. I want to stay here with you as long as I can, but there are a lot of things left for me to do in Filgaia. The next time you wake up, I promise you'll see a peaceful Filgaia. You'll be surrounded by joyous people and nature. Until that day comes, good night, Earth Golem. And yeah, Potato, there are a lot of grammar errors in the script of the game. I didn't realize how many there were actually until I started doing the LP, and then I'm sitting here looking at it going, wow, this is a lot. And yeah, all 8 golems are gone because, well, that was ours, and we destroyed the other 7. And so we're Court Syme, the Guardian Sanctuary, then the Forest Mound, and Arctica. Adelheid, of course. Yeah, as far as the Cecilia and the Earth Golem, yeah, that would have been nice because the bond between those two was only really emphasized at a couple of points in the game. One of them, of course, being the one that we just saw. Rudy. Sometimes I can't believe we're traveling like this. And that we survived that huge explosion. I felt like I woke up and it was morning. You and the princess were preparing for the journey. Hey, Handpan. That's not like you. You still don't believe in reality? Where does that come into play? Oh, I just remembered. The princess gave me a letter. She said I shouldn't read it until we left the castle. Hey, Handpan, why don't you read it now? Me? Yeah, it's your job. Poor Handpan. And apparently the power of the Guardians and the teardrop woke Cecilia up, although we didn't know she was asleep. I wonder where everyone will be when you read this letter. I wonder if it'll be sunny or if it'll be raining. Maybe it's because I experienced a painful battle, but I feel very comfortable in this ordinary life. Because of the protection from the Earth Golem, we were able to return to Filgaia again. However, the Earth Golem has returned to its slumber. He will never wake up again. He doesn't have to be a fighting machine anymore. Good night, Earth Golem. When you can sleep peacefully, the world is full of tender light and peace. This is how it should be, but to tell the truth, I'm very lonely. And that's the grave of her father, the King of Adelheid. I was shocked when I heard the two of you were leaving. I thought we would always be together. I will never forget the days when the weight of Filgaia was on our shoulders. If it weren't for you guys, I would have been crushed under the burden. I was able to overcome the painful journey because of you. You lent a hand to such a lonely heart. Because of that, I developed the selfish thought of the three of us always being together. I guess as far as the grave, maybe it was a family crypt, I guess, of the Adelheid royal line, and so he was, I guess, buried within it along with the rest of his ancestors. That's the best thing I can think of in regards to that. And Jack gets chased by all the ladies because, except the guy in the back, I don't know what he's doing. No, you can't have Handpan. Handpan's ours. He's our faithful wind mouse, dang it. So we get a hero's welcome, apparently, which certainly beat the funeral scene at the beginning of the game. And it is nice, though, usually when we have the teenagers saving the world in an RPG, usually nobody ever knows that they saved the world. It is actually good to see all the people of Adelheid going, hey, they saved the world. Let's all, actually appreciate it for once. Filgaia is not free of all the monsters. Oh, darn it. People will still need my sword. That's why I must go on. Jack, I never thought you would say such things. You must have something new within yourself. I guess I wasn't the only one whose life has changed. Oh, did I really not? Oh, man. Well, a little late for that now, I guess. Oh well, it'll be on the YouTube page as Wild Arms, darn it. I think I was so busy getting the Twitch settings, the better Twitch settings, that turned out didn't really work out anyway, that I forgot to switch it over, so crap. Well. And hey, what's a JRPG without somebody's hair flying in the wind? I too have decided to follow the new desires in my heart. The Princess of Adelheid shouldn't live like this, but it's my decision as an ordinary human being. Yeah, I agree. I wish we could have gone on the balcony. I will no longer force myself to be the perfect princess. From now on, I will be an ordinary 17-year-old girl. I will think hard and be honest with myself. And so she packs every dress in her wardrobe. If you want to be cared by someone, you must care for someone else first. You, Rudy, taught me this lesson. Well, speaking of grammar issues there. I can't stand watching Filgaia deteriorate. I must do something. And Johann has to rule over the kingdom yet again. I want to protect what I care for. This is my new desire. So she just strolls out of town and nobody seems to notice. Because why would they? Today the west wind blew through Adelheid again. A wind which promises prosperity. I pray this wind takes my desires beyond the horizon. P.S. The two of you should be receiving something you forgot from Adelheid soon. Don't be lazy. Make sure you take it. Protecting a goat doll breeder. So the princess is also starting. Where? It doesn't matter, as long as she's doing it of her own free will. I'm sure she'll turn Adelheid into a good kingdom. She used to hate royalty so much. Life of royalty is very complicated. Right, Rudy? Uh-huh. Leather mentioned something we forgot. It must have been you. What did you forget, you careless kid? He's not like you, Jack. I wonder what it is. You deal with it. And, ta-da! I told you he'd be lazy. What are you doing here? I really love this music, by the way. Am I not supposed to be here? I'm delivering to you the item that you forgot. And what's that? Haven't you figured it out yet? So, where are we going? Wait a minute. You said you found what you wanted to do in your letter. Yeah, travel with us. What's going to happen to Adelheid? Johann's been ruling it long enough. He can take care of it a little bit longer. Minister Johann will take care of Adelheid in my absence, and then probably have a coup d'etat to take the throne while I'm gone. I've decided to live true to the desires of my heart. We just happen to be on the same path today. Sure. Just happen to be? Today? Right, yeah, Hanpan's the smart one always. Yes, it's a coincidence. Today, tomorrow, and forever. I guarantee it. Oh well, so much for leaving her at home. And then, of course, poor Rudy gets dragged off. Hey, don't leave us here. And we get a nice shot of Filgaian countryside, which apparently looks a lot better than it used to. This is the land we've been protecting. Yep. Well, healthier land. It wasn't only us. There was Professor Emma, Jane, McDullen, the captain, and Mariel, who we all decided to leave behind, well, wherever, because we just wanted to go by ourselves. Every single desire that lives on Filgaia, and no kissing. Interestingly though, apparently both Cecilia and Jane have the hots for Rudy, as it mentions in the, basically in the text, in the game. And yes, the fourth wall gets shattered right at the end of the game, as we get a nice visage of birds flying and the sun shining and only one moon up in the sky because apparently, well, to heck with Malduk. The end. Or the prelude to the credits and an interesting little set of anime scenes where we see just how ugly some of the bosses in this game truly are. Belselk, balloons. These credits are very specific. Hey, Pokemon, good to see you. I mean, yeah, you missed the battles, but as the other guys can tell you, the battles are really short anyway. But you come in time to see the credits. And that, of course, is Lady Harkin. Well, yeah, it's in her Lady Harkin form. And then, of course, it pans out to Jack and Hanpan. Oh, Pokemon! Stick around, man! Yeah, it's credits, but still. Of course, Cecilia, I guess, doing some summoning, and I think if the shot is expanded, you see the Earth Golem in that illustration. Some of these anime shots actually are portrayed in the Art of Wild Arms, which is where I got the illustrations for the outro that I used. I guess as the credits are rolling, I want to thank everybody who came by and have supported me throughout this stream, or this, not just the stream, but the whole LP. It's been really good as far as I've gotten more people coming by than I did with Chrono Trigger. I've gotten more involvement than I did with the first series. It's been really good all around. And I've got people watching, more of them, watching for longer. And we have Zed, probably my favorite character in the game next to Boomerang. And Beltselk. But yeah, all the folks who've come by and watched the episodes, it's been great going through it with you guys. Whether you've been in the Sanctuary or the folks in my FC in 14, everybody's really supported me. It's been a lot of fun just going through and doing the episodes, and it's good to see. This is really the first video series that I've had, or the first LP series, and there's Madhouse, as KPA mentioned, pinning Alhazad there before he takes his clothes off, and Lady Harkin. In essence, it's really been fun because with Chrono Trigger, I had a lot of the videos that had no views until relatively recently, but I've had people watching all throughout this time, so... And yeah, I mean, Boomerang is, I think, the one Guardian missing from all of this, although I don't think we've actually seen a shot of Siegfried either. Of course, we have Jack at the Memory Temple at the beginning of the game. Rudy looking very mad. I think we see a broad shot of all of the characters at the end, so there may be a Boomerang sighting there. All those testers, and nobody saw the grammar problems? Boy. I would like to hope that there is Boomerang. Yeah, I really like the music that they have here. Just, it's a pretty good mix of oh, here we go. Bart and... Wow, okay. Okay, I think it'll keep expanding the shot as it goes through. There we go. McDullen and Jane and Muriel and... Aye, okay. No Boomerang. Well, crap. Guess not. Alright, so... that is Wild Arms. And we go back to the beginning screen, so I'll go ahead and end the stream here. Thank you guys for coming in. It's been a great ride, really, throughout the last 4 months or so. And I'm going to... Actually, I got to talk a little bit longer. So I'm going to hit the start button here and queue up the load screen just so I can do the final little bit of talking without it streaming through other stuff. Basically, the plans, I guess, is I'm going to take about probably a week or so and do some other stuff. I've got to finish up doing my finals for the students and do a couple of things that I want to get ready for the blind playthrough of Suikoden 2. But I'll probably take about a week or so for that, and then I will get that into gear. I will continue streaming Suikoden 5 on Mondays, and I will continue streaming. I'll probably finish up Final Fantasy 15 for the most part next Sunday. So I'll still be doing stuff. I just won't be doing any big LP stuff for probably about another week or so. So thank you guys for coming in. I really appreciate y'all turning out for the finale. I will, in essence, see you guys around the Sanctuary or around the FC or, in essence, wherever. So thank y'all for coming in. I'll see you guys when I stream next time, whether it's Sunday or Monday or what have you. So I'll go ahead and run off now. So you guys have a great day. I'll see y'all later.